Okay, so always late to the party. I am going to give you my first impression of this McPhee Brow Cara Korean Beauty makeup. I had to look this up on YouTube because all of the instructions are in Korean. I will get a close-up of that for you so you can see it. And so I didn't know how long. I mean, it's pretty obvious how to apply it, but how long to leave it on? That was the question. But if you have not heard of this, or if you haven't caught on to the trend, because I think Maybelline even came out with a version, but this was one of the first, not necessarily the first, I don't know, but one of the first. It's a gel eyebrow tint. So basically it applies on like a liquid, it dries down to kind of a putty, and you peel it off and it stains your skin. And it's supposed to last about 2 or 3 days. And so I'm going to do a first impression. Basically the way I'll do this is because it is 9 o'clock at night, pardon the makeup, I've been wearing it all day. But because it is 9 o'clock at night, I will apply it, wait the required minimum 20 minutes, maybe longer, depending on how dark I want it. And then I will come back and show you the reveal, and then I will film a little bit more tomorrow after I've been wearing it all day. I'll tell you if I had to fill it in with any kind of brow product. I'll tell you how long it wore. I'll tell you what my results were. We'll do another filming tomorrow, and then I'll include it in this video. So without further ado, we're going to zoom in. I'm going to put my hair back, get my current eyebrows off, and we will get started. Okay, so I am wearing my classic unicorn headband. So I'm going to take a cotton swab and some micellar water. I'm using Garnier, but you can use whatever you want. And I'm going to remove the eyebrows that I have. And this is my Brow Trio, Facebook made me buy it, Brow Trio stamp kit. It's wonderful. It has forms, a little dauber, and a really creamy gel that just goes on. Now it will rub off if you rub your eyes a lot. I'd be very cautious, but it does stay on very well. As you can see, I'm still having a struggle removing it. But we have to have clean skin to apply this too. So what is in the Brow Cara? I will show you everything, but basically you have the gel and you have these stencils, forms, to shape your brows. Now, I don't have much brows left, and what little I do have is from a tattoo I got years ago. It just faded, but we're going to remove as much of the product as possible. It's the tattoo. As you can see, my eyebrows are very thin. I think I've warned you guys about the horrors of the 90s and the very thin eyebrows. I was a victim. And anybody who survived the 90s will tell you they don't grow back. I've tried everything. All the ointments, all the gels, all the creams, all the liquids, all the brushes, all the everything you can think of. Vitamins, keratin, biotin. I've tried it all. They don't grow back. Now, this is going to mess up my makeup no end, but now, those of you who know me personally, you know that this is very, very painful for me because I don't like appearing anywhere without my eyebrows. I think I look like an alien. But there we go. I mean, that's what I have. Those are all of the eyebrows I have left, and some of that is remnants of a tattoo. All right, so we're going to let this dry. Now, while it's drying, here's what the package looks like. McPhee Brow Cara, and in it is the product itself, the gel, and I got Auburn. Did I get Auburn? I got Auburn. I hope I got Auburn. We'll find out. But I know it goes on much darker. Now, also what comes in the package are these forms, little stencils for your brows. But because I've been using the Brow Trio brow pomade, I really like the stencil shape that comes with those. These seem a little small for my face. and they're in Korean, so I don't know like which is a high arch, low arch. So I'm just going to go with the one that I have found to be my favorite, which is the Brow Trio one, and I'm using the high arch medium, and we're going to do that. So I'm going to use that to apply this. And it's very thick and gelatinous and goopy, and so you really have to make sure this is where you want it to be, because this stuff, oof. And we're just going to kind of fill in the gap. I think I got some bleeding underneath. Oh, what a mess. Maybe I won't fast forward any of this. This is a mess. So it bleeds under the stencil. So I wouldn't recommend using the stencil. So before this stains too deeply, I'm going to go ahead and remove it and try and start again. Which means it's going to be really awkward because I don't have a stencil. I got to do it freehand. As you can see, it's already starting to stain a little. And my skin's getting red from the rubbing. So we're going to try this again. Freehand. Lord help me. Now, I am not good at the fade in the front here, and those of you who are will probably hate this. I'm sure there's a way to apply it lighter. I'm going to try, and then apply it darker. I feel like this takes several coats to get it thick enough to peel. We shall find out. What I'm going to do is just film me applying it to one eyebrow, and then I'll apply it to the other one off camera because, like I said, I feel like this takes several coats. And I'm going to go with a thin, kind of 90s brow just because it's easier. I don't have much to work with. Okay, so we're going to do the rest off camera, and I will be back to kind of sum up. So it's still wet. It's going to get darker from here, but I've applied it to both eyes. Now, again, because the instructions are in Korean, I don't know what it says, but every YouTube video I've been watching says that you leave it on 20 minutes for the lightest coverage, up to 2 hours. Now, it's after 9 o'clock at night. I'm not leaving it on for 2 hours, but I may leave it on for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. When I come back, I'll let you know, and you can watch me peel it off, and then we'll close for the night. And I'll come back tomorrow. All right, see you guys in a while. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes, and I know we're at an awkward angle. I hope you can still see my eyebrows, but the reason I'm at this angle is because when I lean in, you should see more of my head. But it's been about 45 minutes, and like I said in the beginning, I just feel like this needs a lot of coats, and I did not put a lot on. But I know like when I'm touching here, I don't feel any product. I feel skin. So we're going to see. Yeah, I don't have any nail on this, but we're going to see. We're going to try and peel it off. I mean, it is peeling. Okay, wait, it's coming off pretty easily. All right, it came off in, one strip. A lot easier than I thought it was going to. Let's see if the left one does as well. Okay, you just gotta get underneath it, and then it peels right off. It doesn't take any eyebrows with it. It's very gentle. I obviously didn't put it on equally as thick. But it's not budging. It's staying put. Okay, so I think that had I applied it more evenly, it would have worked. I'm probably going to have to fill this one in because the angle is off. But again, I did that by hand. So, you know, sisters, not twins. But I think because it's a little lighter in here, I didn't apply as much as I did on the right. I think I may have to fill it in a little bit more. I think if I did it again, I could get it right. And I do think it required a little more product than I put on there. But hey, you know, I mean, I'm rubbing it. It's not coming off. There's nothing on my finger. Nothing there. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm going to probably try and wear just this tomorrow. Just to get a real fair assessment of like how long it lasts. Does it last a day? It's supposed to last 2 to 3 days. So let's see if this even lasts a day. So I will not use, oh, as painful as this is, I will not use any eyebrow products tomorrow. I'm going to go just as they are because at least I have eyebrows. All right. Talk to you tomorrow. Okay, so I forgot to tell you that I started filming this on Wednesday, April 27th, and it is now Thursday, April 28th. And we're going to look at how well this stayed, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts. So let's, without further ado, let's get the headband on. You may or may not be able to see it. So let's duck under, and the magical unicorn headband. So here's what we got. All right, now, I put it on very thin because the stencil, it bled under the stencil. It didn't give me the look I wanted, but I would have preferred it a little thicker. And if I'm going to freehand it, I may try it a little thicker next time. You know how painful this is for me to appear without makeup at all. But the reason I'm doing it is it stated that it lasts 2 to 3 days. And we all wash our face after we put on makeup for the day. So I wanted you to see what it looked like after makeup. It is fading. It's still there. I mean, I can see it. But it is fading. And I will say that I think that that is user error more than a faulty product. I said in the beginning that I feel like you need to use a pretty thick coat. I did not. So I don't think that's why it's patchy, and I don't think that I got the full coverage. I also didn't leave it on the maximum amount of time, and since I have very sparse brows, I need as dense coloration as possible. So I probably should have left it on longer. I left it on about 45 minutes, and then finally I have washed my face. Now, if we wear makeup, we're all going to wash our face. It says 2 or 3 days. Tomorrow, will I be using some brow product? I probably will use my Benefit Brow Micro Filling Pen just to fill in the sparse areas where I didn't apply the product thick enough. So, yeah, it takes a lot of product. You need to apply it very thickly. But do I think it works? Yes. I'm running my finger over it right now, and nothing is coming off. Like, let me make this clear. Like, both brows, clean fingers, nothing is coming off. So it's definitely got some staying power, and I think, you know, again, all the instructions were in Korean, so I didn't get to read them. I was just kind of winging it. So some lessons learned, and will I try it again? Absolutely. Would I recommend it? If you have very sparse brows, you don't have any brows, you're looking for something that's easy, yes, I would recommend this 100%. If you're just looking to fill in some very healthy brows, then no, stick with the pencil, stick with the microfilling pen, you know, stick with powder, but you don't need something this drastic. It is a little harsher than I want it to be. Again, it's only patchy because I didn't apply it evenly throughout and thickly enough. But like you can tell in the ends here, I tried to feather it out. I tried to get the fade, but it was really hard. So, you know, overall for me and my needs, because I don't do the fade very well anyway, it's 2 thumbs up. But you may not approve. You may not like it. If you have non-existent brows or very sparse brows, it definitely saves you some trouble. learn from my mistakes and apply a generous coating and leave it on the maximum if you have no brows at all. I would recommend it. But yes, Brow Cara. Overall, very happy with the product. And I would definitely recommend it. And we'll try and perfect it next time. Thank you for watching. Let me know below if you suffer from the same issues I do with the sparse thin brows. What do you use? What do you like? What makes you feel less alien and more human? In the meantime, I love you. Thank you for putting up with me. I don't know when I'm going to drop again, but stay magical.